All right, guys. So, lot many people now. See, I'll continue this topic, and in between, if you have a questions, you can raise your hand and you can speak. We can have a question and answer in between as well. No problem. All right. So let's begin with, as I said, this Python network automation. This program is especially for those who are already working in networking domain. All right, just like a network engineers or network designers, network architect, network expert, security engineers, and so many different roles within the networking domain. All right, so this particular course is for those who are already working into networking or want to start working into networking. So Python, especially for network engineer, it's not dedicated skill to get the job or to chase the job. This is add-on skills. So for example, you already is a network engineer and you want to change for a job, or you want to do something in your existing job today. Python automations has become a mandatory skill for any of the network profile. Okay, it's not primary, it's a secondary skill, but it is very, very mandatory. For example, if you want to do some configuration on hundreds of devices, how you will do it? Manually, it is not possible. Okay, getting some updates or doing some informations gathering from the devices. Earlier, we used to do this manually, going to every device, logging into every device and capturing the information, but not today. Today, we want that how efficiently we can do configuration on multiple devices or bulk of devices with 100% accuracy and in the least time frame. Okay, so this all things can be achieved only by some of the programming or some of the scripting, which is Python network automation. All right, so whichever role you are performing on or whichever role you are targeting for, Python is so much essential required technology. All right, so let's move forward. My profile already being shared with you people. I'm in this networking domain since more than 12 years. I was working with Cisco as well, and after that Zamil Industries and many other companies. Currently I'm consulting with few MNC companies. Now in this program, most of the people have got a question what we are going to cover in this program, what we are going to learn in this program actually. So these all are the table of contents which we are going to cover in this entire training program. There are a lot many other things, only few highlighted points I have mentioned here, but so many other things we are going to discuss and learn in this program. So right from it is beginning from the network programmability with the Python fundamental. Set up your test environment, like when you want to test something. For example, you are writing a script for your environment. You cannot just directly put into your live environment. What you will do, you will test it. So where you will test it first? So you can create your own test environment, like you can have a GNS3 setup, or you can have a Cisco solution, Cisco Viral or Cisco Demnet solutions, or you can have a EVNG, or you can have a virtual lab, or whichever. So many different platforms are available to simulate for proof of concepts. Okay, so how to set up your own lab to test everything, that I will assist you on that. I will teach you on that. Then Python programming components. Since you are a networker, you are a network engineer, you are not a programmer, you're not aware about programming and all things, need not to worry about that. So I'm going to take you from the beginning to teach you what are those Python components which are required to write a script. So I'm taking up this from the basic one. No worry about that. configuring routers, switches using Python script, how we can configure all of this network devices using script, creating VLANs or doing all switching configurations, loop configurations, similar configurations deploying on multiple devices. Okay, opening files. Okay, I have a configurations in my file store, how I can read the file from the store and deploy the configuration on the device. This all kind of, or how we can capture certain configuration or certain information or certain debugging from the devices and store into the file. So these all things we will do. Okay, backup switches configurations using Python script. If you have been given a task like, hey, go and take the backup of 1000 switches, how will you do that? So you cannot do just our traditional way, like logging into every device and then copying the configuration. That is tedious job. Okay, and this is ideally not possible. So how we can do that? So we can make it simplify by creating a script and doing this job in our network with well efficiency and very less time period. Okay, Juniper appliance implementations with Python, how we can apply a Jupyter appliance, how we can use various different appliances and integrate with the existing network, that we will see. Network automations with Paramiko. This is new tool added into Python, which makes your communication more secure, okay, and reliable. The next version is network automations with NetMiko, another security tool integrated with the Python. When you write the script, how you can make secure communication between your Python host to the end user devices. For example, let me quickly brief you about Paramiko and NetMiko. For example, you want to send a script from your host. Let's say this is your host computer, and for the two, you have a thousands of devices connected in your network. Assume that assume that if your network is vulnerable, there is a loopholes, and anyone trying to sniff packets, what configurations you are sending from here and going to your end user devices. Somebody is trying to sniff your packet and want to see the username and password. The script, whatever, or instructions, whatever are going from your Python host to the end user devices should be secure. So to make this secure communication, these all are the tools, Paramiko, NetMikos, all right? So that we will see how to integrate and how to implement this with the real network. This is very, very important when you talk about the large scale organizations like Wipro, Infosys, Atos, Cognizant, Tech Mahindra and all right? Okay, now GNS3 automations, container import and testing, how to use container with your lab. Okay, so today, if you see in production environment as well, instead of traditional installed operating system, what we use is we use a lightweight container. It has a single kernel based operating system. Okay, and we just run this on the container technology, which consumes very less resource and gives us highest performance. So how to integrate container, that also I will show you. Okay, and do some automations with that. Introductions of Ansible. So for when you talk about the automations, especially infrastructure domain like networking and server automation, everybody will ask you two things. One is a Python and other one is Ansible. So in this program, I'm covering up Ansible as well. So introduction to the Ansible and Ansible development with the network or deployment with the network, how we can deploy Ansible with your existing network and do the network automation. So Ansible ad hoc and playbook implementation, how we can generate the ad hoc commands and send it to the devices, or how we can create a group of commands and send to the devices. These all things we will learn. Part of this, YAML scripting with the Ansible. So whatever script we use or we run with Ansible, that script, those all scripts basically are written into a module called YAML. So YAML is a module inside which we write the Ansible scripts. So what is that module and how this module being used? Everything we will learn. So this is a 10 days program, and in these 10 days we will learn all of these components and far more than these. I will take it up requirement from you guys, a common requirements, and we will write the scripts in the class itself and we will test it. And immediate after the class, I will keep sharing you those sample scripts which we write during the practice, so that you can have this for your reference and you can write your own scripts and implement it. Okay, so this is overall a course content. Now, let us begin to understand further to Python. Before that, if anyone has got a questions, any queries, you can ask me if anyone has got a query and questions. Any questions? If anyone has got a questions, can raise your hand.
Hello.
Madhav?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Madhav.
Sir, myself, Mohammed Sajjad, actually
Mhm.
wanted to know, you said that the duration of course is 10 days. So it will be from today onwards 10 days, or it will be on weekend, or how is this 10 days will be used?
From today, next 10 days.
Okay, okay, fine. Got it.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, anyone else?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Madhav.
Mm-hmm.
I have one
So my question is the 10 days weekdays, is it including weekends or
No,
from
it's Monday
Monday?
to Friday. It's Monday to
Okay.
Friday. All right. Anyone else has got a question?
yeah, I have one question actually, Madhav. So we are looking for data scientist perspective Python. So whether that will be covered here, data scientist perspective.
No, actually not. So this is all about the networking part. Data center, that means you want a
No,
server automations, you want a backplane automation, storage automation.
no, data
Okay.
science. Yes, I mentioned data science and machine learning. I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, that's not part of this course.
Okay.
This is purely for networking. All right, guys. So let's continue further too, and then if you have any other questions, we can discuss more. All right. Okay. So let's begin with now. Very quickly, you should know what is Python. Okay, what this Python language is, that we should understand first before beginning with everything. Okay. So this Python language, this Python programming language actually is not very new. It is quite old one. Okay. And this language, this Python language actually was created by a programmer whose name is Guido van Rossum. And this guy actually has created Python in 1989. Actually, the first programming he started writing was in 1989. Okay, so it was a first development period, and he brought up one of the first finest programming platform, which is Python 1.0 in year 1994. And since then, people started using it. What's the good thing in this programming language? This Python programming language is an open standard. Earlier, earlier time, there was other programming languages as well, like Visual Basics and so many other programming languages, but those programming languages was proprietary based programming languages. That means you need to buy the license of those providers, and then only you will be able to use it. Second thing, when you want to do some modification into it, if you want to add something into it, if you want to create your own module, you cannot, because those all are a proprietary base. If you want to add something into Visual Basic, you need to get the copyrights from the Microsoft, and then only you will be able to do it, because it's purely their IP, intellectual property, and they have a license for this. That was the problem. So it was actually limiting a developer's skill. So if any creative developer want to develop something, want to add some feature, there should be a flexibility. So this Guido Van Rossum guy decided, why not to create an open standard programming language where anyone can develop a new feature also and add into it. So that was the vision, that was the reason to bring up a new programming language. So Python is interpreted and high level language. It's a high level language, and provided to, it's an open source programming language. That means anyone can take it, anyone can customize it, anyone can modify it and do anything, like just like in Linux operating system. So if you want to create your own Linux operating system, you just can download the Linux kernel from the Red Hat or from the Unix distribution, and you got a kernel, and then you can develop a front end, you can change graphics, you can change anything, and you can start selling it or using it just like your own Linux, like Ubuntu and so many others like that. Okay, that is how Linux or Unix operating system has got thousands plus flavors. Why? It's open source. Anyone can take the kernel, can customize it, can modify as per their own way, and can start selling or start using like that. Okay. So similar way is a Python. But remember that this Python programming language is more powerful, more capable than whatever programming language is today available. I'm talking about today in year 2020. Okay. So as I said, this programming language is a high level language. High level language means what? Means using this programming language, you can develop all the GUI applications, okay, like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, such kind of powerful applications you can design. You can develop a image processing and graphic designing application just like a Photoshop and all. You can develop a games, you can develop a scientific and computational applications, you can develop a web framework. I will give you one of the most popular example, like your Facebook website is developed into PHP, and PHP programming module or web framework is developed into Python. All right, so such kind of powerful frameworks also can be developed into Python. Enterprise applications, all the corporate and enterprise applications can be developed into Python, just like a SAP, Oracle and all. Okay, now a part of this, you can develop your own operating system, OS. Python programming language is well capable to develop a hardware level programming application just like an operating system. Okay, you can develop your own languages as well. You can create your own language in Python. You can create prototypes. Okay, so these all things, that means everything which you assume in a programming is possible in Python. Okay, which is absolutely not possible in any other programming language. For example, if you want to write in hardware level program or operating system, you need to have a C++, and for front end GUI, you are using a Java and all. And this is how we built an operating system. No one-to-one single applications can do it, but Python can do it. All right. So that's the capability of this. So it is huge and big platform, very, very high level capable platform or programming language it is. We are going to use, or we are going to learn one small part, maybe a 5% uh, of this Python programming language for the networking. All right. So we are just focusing on the 5% part, which is related to the networking, but this programming language has got a capability of much more than what we are doing in this. But since that programming or creating a GUI applications or writing a program, that's not our role, that's not our domain or job. We are focusing only on the networking part. Okay, now very common question comes up when you propose this to your administration or to your management. Hey, we should go for automation. They will have plenty of questions thrown up to you. Okay, like why do you want to do automations, what are the benefits, what are the use, why we should go for this, okay, how it will cost to us. Okay, these all questions will come to you if you are a network engineer or solution engineer to your organizations. When you propose this to your management, they will ask you the question. So here I'm going to explain you a few of the common questions which everybody asks. Assume that if this kind of massive network you have and you want to do some configurations on 100 devices, critical configurations, how you will do it? We will do manually. We will take up the console of each device and then we will start doing a manual configuration on those devices. Once done this, then I will go to the second device and do it. And assume that if it is 100 devices, how many days or how many months I will take it? Too much time. And since everything we are going to do manually, there are maximum possibilities of human errors. So these all are problems. Okay, we will take a lot of time, plus there is no guarantee of accuracy. All right, so that's the problem. So how we can eliminate those problems, how we can avoid those problems? So these all problems can be solved by automations. So my first reason why we should go for automation is the programmability reasons. Like, do repetitive and tedious tasks more easier. When we want to do configuration on 100 devices, what we do? We create one configurations and then we copy it, modify it and paste into another device. We just do copy and paste and modify it. During this copy and paste, what happen is most of the time we do mistake. We do duplicate, copy and paste things, and this actually cause a problem into a network. So these things we can do automate through the scripting with 100% accuracy. Okay, whatever task we want to do repeatedly, we can do repeated task and tedious task very easy and 100% accurate. That we can do through the scripting. Second thing, programmatic control of network devices. Okay, assume that if I want to control or if I want to manage 1,000 devices, okay, I got a time downtime for 10 minutes and I have to restart all of this 1,000 devices. Is it really possible manually? Not at all. But by writing a script, I can just hit enter and that script will go and execute on all of the 1,000 devices in hardly in less than 1 second time. And I can achieve this task in less than 1 second. This is absolutely possible. Third reason is interaction between network devices and other systems. Okay, look at this. You must have experience like, in our environment, we always have a mix of equipments, like few of the Cisco devices, few of the Juniper devices, few of the Aruba or Alcatel or different brands devices we have. So if I have a Cisco devices, I will have a different management solution for Cisco equipment, different management solutions for Juniper equipments, different management solutions for some other brand. So how massive management it is. What I want is, I want, let's say, identity service to use Cisco ISC. Every device should get connected through the Cisco ISC only. I don't want to keep a various different services for different brand of equipments or vendors of equipment. So how we can make this possible? We can bring Python in between, just like in middleman. Okay. Okay, middleman. And this middleman will make it compatible. Juniper also, it will make compatible with Cisco ISC. Alcatel also it will make compatible. Aruba also it can make compatible. So we can create a middleman between, and using a single service, I can manage or I can use all of the multi-vendor equipment and devices. How it helps? It helps to cut off massive management network. Second thing, your management becomes simplified. Third thing, unwanted cost of management softwares, applications, and consumption of additional servers or systems for those management servers will get eliminated. This is huge benefit to any of the organization. All right. Technical skills, you don't need much, like different vendors and their expertise. So interaction between network devices and other systems becomes so much easy using Python. Fourth reason is stop bad configuration being committed to the devices. What generally we do, we copy and paste configurations and modify the lines. And there are so many default lines we keep into the configuration, and we just paste this into the devices. That things we absolutely can eliminate. So if you are doing these configurations through the scripting, you will send only the specific command, specific inputs to your devices, which exactly should go. No anything unwanted lines. All right. So we can stop a bad configurations being committed to our network devices and avoid circumstances occurs in our network failure. Okay, this is a fourth reason. Now fifth reason is operation we can make simplify. For example, let's say you are a network engineer and this is your case. Your laptop is connected here. This is your victim computer. Okay, this computer has got some virus or generating some trojans. Okay, and now you need to find out this guy. How you will do? Minimum you need to do this 4 steps. You will take an access of first device, ping, so that you will learn the MAC address in this device. Then you will check the MAC table of this and find out what is the MAC address of this IP address. Once you get the MAC address, you will check this particular MAC address is coming up from which neighbor. You got, okay, this is coming up from this neighbor using this command. So CDP neighbor. Okay, then you will do all of these 4 steps here. Then you will find out this device. Then you will do all 4 steps here. Then you will find out this. And assume that if this guy is let's say 10 devices away, then 10 times you need to do this. Okay. Instead of this, what I can do is I can write a script, debugging script, and put the command here and hit enter. The script will go to all 100 devices in a 1 second and can do the action on that particular port, that particular IP address immediately. All right. So we can automate complex to complex troubleshooting very, very simple and easy. These all are the reasons. Now, sixth reason I have not mentioned here, it is open source. That means it's absolutely free of cost. You need not to spend a single penny for this. Okay, your Python is free, open source. Second thing is you need to have a small server to run this, and for that also you need not to spend anything. It is well compatible with Linux based operating systems, like you can have a Ubuntu server and you can very well run from this. So no license, no any additional cost. So these all are the benefits and reason why we should go for automation, and why every organization is looking very positive for network automation, and in fact they started implementing. All right, so what tools are available? Why we should go for Python only? Is there any other solutions? Of course, there are many other solutions, like you can do through CLI, which traditionally we are doing since generation to generation. What are the advantages of doing CLI? it is easy to use, easily we can put the command, well documented since it is coming from the decades, so documentations is good. Immediate results, when you hit the enter on the command line, immediate it gives result. Okay, now disadvantage, it's time consuming. Okay, it consumes a lot of time, tedious job, you need to type everything manually, and there are maximum possibilities of error prone. All right, these all are CLI. Now other things are available like Ansible, like Puppet, like CF, okay, and so many other. Okay, so these are management tools, that means pre-designed programs. So in these pre-designed tools you can do only what is provided into it. Okay, so devices role based, for example, let's say if I want to do a Cisco configuration, I can use CCP. But can I use CCP for Checkpoint? No, it is only made for Cisco, and it has certain models compatibility. I can use only for those certain models, not for everything. These are fixed management tools. They are powerful, no doubt they are powerful and easy to learn because everything is predefined, but less functionality. Whatever functionality is there is provided, you only can do that. Now the Python scripts advantage is numerous libraries. There are plenty of libraries. Okay, programmable interface, you can develop your own libraries, your own solution as well, and well supported as well. Okay, now let me explain you what is this library fundamental. Okay, see, Python has got its own library store. Okay, they have their own server, which is library store. Okay, now when Cisco develop its own routers and switches, what Cisco is doing, Cisco is creating their own automation libraries also, and they put this library on this server. Okay, Juniper developing their own libraries and put in this server. Okay, Checkpoint developing their own libraries and putting their server. Every vendor in the world developing their automation libraries and putting here, like similar way, just like your Google Play Store. So when anyone develops an application, they put on the Play Store, so that whoever want to use can search out there and can download and start using it. Similar way, in my office, if I want to do automations, I have a Python here. I want to do Cisco equipment automation, so I have a Cisco devices. I will download the libraries from here and I can start using Cisco automation. I want to do this automation on Juniper. I will download libraries from here and start using. I want to do this for Alcatel. I will download library and start using this. If any vendor is not developing their libraries and putting here, people will not use that vendor equipment, because when I want to buy XYZ router and that router doesn't support automations, will I buy it? No. Hey, this is not supporting, we should not buy this router, we should buy Juniper, we should buy Cisco, we should buy Alcatel, like that. So people or customers will start boycotting this particular product. So every vendor has to develop the libraries and put it here. So you have, numerous libraries, unlimited libraries available on library, Python library store. So whatever automations you want to do it, almost everything is available. Okay, now easy to learn Python, you can learn very easily. Interactive Cell is there. Okay, easy to begin with the simple scripting. Since we are a networkers, we already are used to with the command line configuration and all. Similar kind of programming we need to do for writing the scripts. Very, very easy. And as I said, libraries, extensive libraries like app stores are available there. We can read, we can download, we can use, and we need not to pay anything to anyone. All right. Now there are two versions of Python, Python version 2 and Python version 3. 2 is coming up since long. Most of the common libraries for old equipments are available in version 2. And all the new libraries, new features like cloud related services like virtualization related services, all new services are available here. Those all are not available in version 2. But remember that you can use both the versions simultaneously in a single system, in a single environment, no problem. You can use Python version 2 and Python version 3 parallelly, okay, without any worry, without any problem. All right, so we understood now how to do this. Now I'm going to show you how to download this Python and how to deploy this in your system. It is very, very simple. You just can go to the browser and you can open official website python.org. This is official website. All right, and here you can go to download and you have a latest version popping up here, a Python 3.9.1. And you want to see all of the release and all of the versions, you click here and you have all of these things. Okay, whichever versions you want to download, you just can click it here. 3.9.1 December 7th, very recent latest one. 3.8.7 December 21st. Okay, if you want to download, you just can go here and here you have a installer. So if you have a 64-bit, click here, 32-bit, click here, whichever version you have, you can choose your downloader accordingly. I have downloaded. Okay, so it is just 26 meg file, very small. I already have installed it in my computer. Okay, so let me open that. When you install it, just double click and next and finish, and then you will get your Python in this way. Okay, this is your prompt. Okay, and then once you got the prompt, you can start using, you can start playing around with it, right? Like for example, you want to do some task in your Python. Let's say you want to telnet a router or you want to access a router. And again, you are repeatedly, you are using some routers. Okay. So you want that I need not to type, I should not type IP address again and again. So what you can do, you can create your own customized variable and store the values. Like uh, let's say router 1 R1 is equal to, I can give a name IP address like 192.168.10.201. I gave this one. R2 is equal to, I will give, let's say 192.168.20.201, like that. Okay. Now let's say switch 1 is equal to, I want to store like 192.168.10.150, like that. So I have created variables. Now wherever I want to use R1, automatically it will understand, okay, this is the IP address. Switch 1, this is the IP address. So automatically it will recognize. All right. So like that. Okay, similar variables we can create for certain things. For creating, for example, if you are a network security engineer or NOC team, so NOC team people see some, error codes. When they monitor a network, they see some error code. There are certain error code which you customize define. You customizely define the meaning of those error code. Okay, so you can do your own error libraries also. For example, let's say error 1. Okay, so error 1 is equal to, or instead of this you can put that any error code your organization follow. And for example, interface bandwidth flapping issue. Okay, like this. So wherever that error code comes up, this error code is equal to, it should show this message. Okay, so for this way I can create my own libraries. So error 1 means it will show me this message. So your knock team, knock monitor engineer will see this particular message. So he will come to know, okay, so this is happening. So your device is generating certain error code, which is error one, and the programming actually showing you this error code is equal to this message. Okay, just an example I gave you how we are going to use this in reality in the programming. Okay, so in the programming, if you want to print this error code or this message somewhere, you can use like print command, and let's say error one. Look at this, it will print it. Okay, or you can use print command for your own customized message as well. Hello John, how are you? Okay, my own customized message I want to give, so it will print that one. Okay, now you can use just like a computer with all of the mathematical operators. For example, let's say 12 plus 23. See, just like a calculator, you can use this. Okay, it will do very perfectly for you. Okay, like this. Okay, exponential, you want to find out. See, 2 raised to 32, this one. Like that. This many IP address you get in IPv6. All right, so this way you can, okay, you can use all of the mathematical operators and check it. Okay, now how to import the libraries. So whichever libraries you want to import, you can import. For example, I want that my system should understand my Windows file system. So I have to import library called OS. Okay, and it is not giving any error. That means this library is imported. So now you can use functions of this library. Okay, I want my system should communicate with Windows to Windows, Windows to non-Windows, or any of the proprietary. I need a library called system. So import system, like that. Okay, now I want to check the time and all, so I can import a library like time library. Okay, I want to print the time, check the time. So print library name is time, and the function of this library is time. Current time, open and close. This is your current time, but it is showing you into Linux format. Okay, it's into the Linux format actually. Okay, if you want to see the format which we do understand, then we understand ASCII. So this is one. So Wednesday 23rd, and this is a time. All right, so this is how we can run certain commands. We can write a program. Now further to, we will learn how to write a script and how we can create some configurations into the devices. For example, let's say I have this network. Okay, and what I want is I want to do some configuration on the switch. Let's say I want to create 100 VLANs, or let's say 50 VLANs here. So how quickly and how I can do this with the script? How I can do that with the script? So that we will see. So look at this. I have a script written here. Okay, I have imported libraries which are going to be used for this purpose. Okay, and a part of this, I need to give an IP address. So what IP address you want to assign to this? Let's say 192 168.20.151. This is an IP address. Okay, rest I gave here message, enter your telnet username and passwords. Then I created here a loop. Okay, so one VLAN is default, so I started from 2 to I want to have up to 50, so I will give 51. It will be one below. Okay, so it will create 50 VLANs for me. All right, this is a script. Now I will demonstrate you how we run this and how it works. Okay, let me open. This is Ubuntu. Look at this. So I'm using an Ubuntu and it should have a internet. All right, so ping. It should have internet. Why? Because you are in the programming, you are downloading some libraries. Okay, that comes from Python store. Okay, now first I need to give IP address to the switch. I do not have this. This is a blank topology. Show IP and T brief. Do I have any IP address? No, I do not have. So config T interface. This is a switch, so VLAN 1 IP address 192.168.20.151. All right, no shutdown and exit. Okay, admin privilege, I will give 15 privilege, password Cisco. Okay, and then what I need, line virtual teletype 04. Okay, login local transport input telnet and transport output telnet. Exit. Done. It seems to be good. Now let me see whether this Ubuntu is able to reach to the switch. Ping 192.168.20.151. Yeah, it is reaching. Now let me test telnet as well. So telnet, yep. So admin and Cisco, perfect. It is going. Now I am ready to create a script here. So let me create a script. So nano, this is nano editor and test whatever 111.py. So your extension would be Python. Okay, and enter. So this is a note, just like a notepad. Now I have a script here. I will take it up this one, copy, here, and I'm pasting up. I have pasted it. Okay, so this is a script. IP address is perfectly fine. Now I will save this. Look at this, right? Control O to save this, Control O, enter, Control X to exit, exit. And now I'm ready to run the script. Let me check, do I have a VLANs already there? Show VLAN brief. I have few VLANs. Okay, 2 to 10 or few more other as well. So let me do this, config T 2. No, I do not have anything. I have deleted it. Now let us check. This is a script. Now what I need to do, Python and the script name test111.py and hit enter. Look at this. What it is asking, enter your telnet username, which is admin. Enter your password, which is Cisco I have given, and see. I hit the enter and login invalid. Admin Cisco. See How much time it has taken? Less than a second, and these many VLANs are created there. Let us go and check. See, VLANs are created. So it is not just a VLAN, but whatever configurations you put it here, whatever configurations you write in the script, it will happen. Need not to worry about this. This is just a demonstration. So during this class, I will explain you the meaning and purpose of each and every comma, each and every word in the script. Okay. So we will see, we will learn basic components, right from basic components to how to write and how to execute script. So right from very basic configurations till the high level configurations you will learn in next 10 days time. All right. So that's all from my side. If anyone has got a queries, any questions, can ask me. You can unmute yourself and ask me.
Hello.
Hi, Madhu. This is Neeraj. So, how many program will be teaching like this? I mean, and will we be getting a all program in Notepad, or as you said, like, do you have a all program in
Yeah.
Notepad?
Whatever script we will create during the class, I will share you those.
Okay, and like that only, how many program will be creating, and will it cover for a network automation interview?
In
Will it cover for network automation interview? It means this whatever script you will be sharing to us.
interview,
So,
you mean to say interview. I will
yeah,
teach you the technology. All right. I will teach you end to end. This is a beginning level, right? This
right.
is a beginning level. If anybody is working, having experience from 1 year to 10 years, for them it is, this course is sufficient. Okay.
Okay, fine,
Once
fine.
you're
Thank you.
master into it, and then you can go to the next level. So I have a two programs for network automation. One is the professional, this one, and another one is the expert level. So
Okay.
expert level is actually require a lot of programming knowledge as well, and you should be first expert into this level.
So this level will be okay for 1 to 5, or
1 to
till how
10 is
many years?
fine. 1 to 10 is fine.
This, and what about expert level? That will be more 10 plus, right?
Expert level, then first you need to learn little programming. Okay, Python programming.
Mhm.
Okay, and you should have a multi-domain expertise. You should have a multi-domain knowledge for that. Okay, you should have a storage knowledge, you should have a cloud knowledge, you should have Azure knowledge, you should have AWS. Then only you will do an expert level. Expert level means what? For example, I'm in solution, I'm in customer, and I want that, hey, we have 100 sandboxes, and those sandboxes we have a Oracle database, and another 100 sandboxes has got a SAP database.
Mhm.
Okay, and that system we want to integrate with the Microsoft SQL, MS SQL, and we
Okay.
want to do some automation task. Write the
Mhm.
script, integrate two different systems to each other.
Okay.
So until you do not know the Azure, until you do not know the infrastructure, you do not know SAN architecture, storage architecture, how we'll do that? So
I
this is
got
a
your point.
yeah, this is upon your
Okay, so
role, what role you play. Based on that the expert levels.
I can say, expert level. I got it. So I can say this professional course is sufficient for at like until 1 to 10, or maybe till
Yeah,
5 or 6 years,
so
right?
1 to 10 years, this is well sufficient.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
it will cover up all the day-to-day task what you do in your
Mhm.
networking life.
Okay,
Hello.
thank you so much.
Anyone has got a
Yeah.
question?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Mohammad Sajjad. Actually, I have one doubt. Actually, sir, as you said that using script. Suppose if I'm using an script, already I'm in this protocol testing, so
Mm-hmm.
I have a knowledge of Python. But
Mm-hmm.
for production wise, you said that if we run the script, we can do the configuration of 100 and 1000 device. But
Mm-hmm.
do we do same configuration even if you using, even if you do looping and incrementing maybe IPs with the help of loop? But do we have same configuration which can be done on all the 1000 switches? So how automation will play a role to configuring all the devices? My question is that.
That's a programming. In the programming, you have to write a program in such a way as per your requirement, what you want to do according to that. All right. So what you want to do according to that, you need to write a program and get that job done from the program. If you want to do some configurations which is apply only on one device, you will not use script there. Right.
Okay.
Okay. So in our production environment, our 70% task, 80% task, what we do day-to-day basis is a repeated task. Anybody can raise, no, I was working with Cisco for 4.5 years and I was into, 6500 team. So 6500 is a core switch which is used in large scale data centers. So I was an R&D engineer there. So as per my experience in the any enterprise network, people actually do repeated task 80%. Only 20% is the new task they get. Okay, which is troubleshooting part. Okay, and of course in every organization, implementation team is different. That completely different team. That those people are different. Okay. So for example, you have to upgrade the devices, you have to restart the devices, you have to patch the devices, you have to back up the devices, you have to do some configurations. Or let's say project, you have some project and you need to create a 200 VLANs for that. How you will do that? A project is coming up, project is going up, you need to wipe up something, you need to create something. Those all is now today being done through the automation.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
So class duration will be, sir, how many hours for that? Till the
This will be 1.5 hour daily.
okay.
Okay, 9 to 10:30, sometime 11.
Okay.
And it's a 10 days, Monday to Friday, 2 weeks over. All right. Anyone else has got a question? Any more questions? No? All right, no problem. So what I would suggest is get in touch with the admin people for further too, and they will assist you for further things.
Okay, hello.
Yes, go ahead quickly.
So next, suppose for next class, so maybe today is the demo class. So next class will be tomorrow only, right?
Yeah, it's not demo actually. It is first day of
First class.
out of 10.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
got it.
it's a first
So
day out of 10.
okay, okay. So like tomorrow it will be continue.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and one more thing is Neeraj. See, it's 25 is it's on Friday, right? So it will be holiday or it will be class, or
Uh,
because
I
in
need to
weekend
check. Yeah, I need to check with admin people actually.
because in between from Monday to Friday, maybe some festival will come. So in that condition, I mean, you'll be continuing or that you. That's my question.
Yeah, if it is some national holiday and all, we take holidays.
Fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.